Greetings everyone, and this one is going to be a rather simple test. And in the settings you can see that almost everything is maxed out except motion blur is off. So for this one there is only one thing that I wanted to comment, and that is my upgraded OSD. So from now you'll see that there is a frame rate history graph which tops out at 240 FPS. So there are few thresholds which are color coded, and green shows 240 FPS or above, yellow shows below 60 FPS, and red below 30. And with these color codes, my main objective was to show if you can lock FPS to certain thresholds. So for example, if you want to lock to 30 FPS, the frame rate graph can never turn red. Or if you want consistent 60 FPS, it can never turn yellow. Now the reason why I left such a huge gap between 60 and 240 is because there are so many different monitors set up. So there are at 120 Hz and 144 Hz and 165 and so on and so on. So I left that unchecked. So the frame rate graph won't turn into Christmas tree. So anything between 60 and 240 turns white color. And anything above 240 FPS in single player games is mostly redundant. Of course it's interesting to test to see how many FPS can I get in any game, but for practical use it's basically no point in that. So this graph is mostly just to check frame rate fluctuations and also frame rate limits such as 30, 60 and 240 and anything in between. Now I also tried dynamic graph scaling, but to be honest it's just not useful and too confusing, because the scaling changes constantly and it's difficult to understand the frame rate swings which you can get in certain games. So I decided to stick with consistent graph limits. I think that's enough of my commentary on my on-screen display. The game seems to be really fun. I haven't played it much, only a couple of races, mostly just to record the gameplay and benchmark the game. So I think I'll leave you to that, and thank you very much for watching. I'll leave you with the gameplay and see you next time. Bye bye for now.